Hi everyone and welcome. In the previous video we have covered that how we can log our Modbus TCP device data into SQLite database. Okay, now in this video what we are going to see is we are going to see how we can log our Modbus TCP device data into MySQL database. Okay, so I have MySQL database in my system, and as you can see this is the MySQL workbench and I can connect to MySQL database from here. Okay, as you can see I have the test database and I don't have any tables right now. Okay, so with the help of Python script we are going to create a table and then we will log the Modbus TCP device data into MySQL database. Okay, so here is our Modbus slave software which can act as a Modbus TCP simulated device. So we will go to setup here, we will click on the slave definition, and here you can change the parameter. Okay, so you can change the parameter like slave ID or which function you want in your Modbus TCP device. So I want my Modbus TCP device which is having a holding register and the slave ID 1 10 quantity of holding register. Okay, and then I press OK here and I can go to connection, connect, and then I can select the communication mode is Modbus TCP IP. This is my Modbus TCP device IP address and this is my Modbus TCP device port number. Okay, I can click OK and you can see the warning is gone and my TCP device is up and running. I can simulate the data by using the auto increment functionality. Okay, so the value of the holding register 0 and the holding register 1 will auto increment at certain rate. Okay, now we want to log this data into MySQL database, and right now we don't have any table inside the test database. So our Python script should able to create the table and then it will log the data into this table. Okay, so here is our Python script. So first of all we have to import the necessary function and library. Then after we have to define the detail of our Modbus TCP device. Okay, the IP address and the port number, which I have already shown you here. Okay, so if I connect again, then this is the IP address and this is the port number. Okay, and the device ID is 1, so that is why I have specified the IP address and port number here, and here is the device ID. Okay, and here we are creating our Modbus TCP client in the Python. Okay, and later on we will connect Python to the Modbus TCP device. Okay, and here you can see we are going to read the register starting from 0. Okay, so starting register is 0 and we are going to read 2 data. Okay, you can see number of register we are going to read is 2, so that is why we are going to read this register and this register, and then we are going to log the data of this 2 register in the MySQL database. Okay, and here we are connecting with this Modbus TCP device. Okay, so our Python client will connect with this Modbus TCP device, as we are saying the Modbus slave as a Modbus TCP device. Okay, so Python client will connect to Modbus TCP device and then it will read the data and log data into MySQL database and table. Here we are connecting with our MySQL database. So here I have specified the IP address of my database, the user of my database, the password of that user, that database of my SQL. Okay, so you can see the database name is test, so I have to specify it here as well, and the port number is 3306. Okay, and then after we are creating a table. So if table is not exist in the database, so if the Modbus underscore data table is not exist in the database, then we are going to create a table. The first column will be ID column, which is auto increment. Okay, and the second column is timestamp, third column is holding register 1, and the fourth column is holding register 2, and the timestamp will be taken by SQL server automatically. Okay, so the SQL server will take current timestamp while the logging the data. Okay, and then after we are continuously reading the data from this Modbus TCP device and we are logging the data into the database, or we can say into the Modbus data table. Okay, now let's run everything one by one. So if you got some error, then you have to rectify it. Okay, so we didn't get any error till now, and you can see client.connect is equal to true. So our Python Modbus TCP client is successfully connected with this Modbus TCP device. Okay, then after we have to connect with our MySQL database. Okay, we are able to connect. we are creating the table. Okay, so the table is created. If I refresh it here, then you can see the table Modbus data is created. If I select top 1000 row, then you can see the first column is ID, second column is timestamp, third column is holding register 1, and the fourth column is holding register 2. Okay, so table is created, but there is no data because we haven't started logging the data. So if I run the while loop here, then it will continuously read the data. Okay, and it will log the data into the MySQL database. So if I run it, you can see the timestamp and the holding register value. Okay, 242 right now. So if I run it, then you will see 243. Okay, so every 5 seconds the data will be logged into the MySQL database. You can run the query again from here. Okay, otherwise you can also select the query and you can also press Control Enter to run the query, and you can use this data for analysis and for any other application purpose. Okay, so this is our Python script, and this Python script is completing our task, and our task, or we can say our agenda, is to log Modbus TCP device data into MySQL database, okay, with the help of Python script. So that is done. Okay, so this is our Python script, and this is our Modbus TCP simulated device, and this is our MySQL database, and database name is test, and the table name is Modbus underscore data, and you can see the data available here. If I starting from 0, if I start from 0, then also you will see some changes in the here. Okay, you can see 8 and 5. Okay, so whatever data will change in your TCP device, the data will get reflected in the MySQL database. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear to you, that how to log your Modbus TCP device data into MySQL database using the Python script. Okay, so if you have any question or any doubt, then you can ping me on Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, anywhere. Okay, and in the next video we are going to see how to log your data into MS SQL database. Okay, and if I get delay to install the MS SQL in my system, then we will move forward with this two option: Modbus serial device data logging into SQLite database using Python script, otherwise Modbus serial device data logging to MySQL database using the Python script. Okay, so we will see you in the next video. Till then, you can enjoy this video, you can do some testing, you can do some project based on this video, and we will meet you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.